This is Heavy Set Go. I'm Ben Eastman.
I'm Alan Burrell.
And I'm Geoff Crenshaw.
And I'm totally reevaluating the way that I intro that because Alan's voiceover here was like butter nuggets of gold.
Wait,
your voice when you said Alan Burrell.
This is a great way to start our podcast. I really like this being yeah.
You have such a great voice. Mine's like a little whiny cackle that just hisses in the wind.
I'm glad to know fat guys also sound like butter.
Well, you're barely fat.
Yeah, barely fat.
No, I like being barely fat. I've never been called barely fat.
That's funny
before.
because you know what?
I've been called like chubby, big bone, never barely fat.
You're not quite in our
That
league,
reminds me.
Alan.
So the other day, one of my friends from work told me he created a Grindr for me, like a fake Grindr.
What's Grindr?
Grindr is
Hey-o.
Grindr is like Tinder but for gay people, and it's really like to hit
What?
like it's like to be.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Yeah.
Oh, you're fucking around.
No.
Of course, he's got a profile
So
on there.
Grindr is for it's like
you.
it's like hitting people up for sex essentially.
Okay.
And so he created because he was like I created you one, and I gave him a fake name, but I just put one of your pictures in there because I wanted to show you what people said. So he showed me.
Okay, what did they say?
Oh my
I'm
god!
very interested to know what people think.
I mean, like one guy was like, one guy wanted to shove his fist in my ass.
Wow.
And like he asked me that straight off. Like I'm like, at least take me on a date first, and then I'd be maybe willing for a small fisting.
What was your byline on Grindr? Straight shot to the mystery spot.
I see you at the spot. No, it was not. I don't remember what it was, but God, he showed me a few of them, and man, people love the fat hairy thing.
They really do.
That's like a big thing.
Yeah, it is.
And like when I started growing a beard, I didn't realize how many times I would get hit on.
By dudes?
By dudes constantly. Never women. Women hate it. Women hate the fat hairy thing. Well, at least most of the women I see. Alan, it works for you because you're a fucking sexy dog.
Well,
but me, I'm just like, I walk down the street. Women have to look up into the sky, into the sun. They prefer looking into the sun. They prefer looking into the sun rather than looking at me walking down the street. I'm like, hey, babe. And they're like, ah!
Oh my god, why didn't I work
The sun! That's essentially my daily life in a nutshell.
Well, hot dog.
Hot dog. Jeff.
What are you, like Fat Jimmy Stewart over there?
He actually can do a pretty good Jimmy Stewart impersonation.
Oh, let me hear it.
I've heard it.
Wait,
See, the thing is, I've heard it
Not
good.
on the podcast.
I've heard it good a few times.
Not on the podcast.
But man, when he's on the spot, he fucks up every impersonation.
You want the moon, Mary?
Merry Christmas.
Actually, wasn't bad.
Come on, Jeff, you give it a go.
I can't do it when I'm on the spot. It has to be
Oh my
Come
on
on.
the spot.
You and you.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
You want the moon, Mary? I'll throw a lasso around it and bring it down.
That sounds. You sound like if
I'm on the spot.
Jimmy Stewart fucked Clarence and they had a baby. That's how he would say that line.
Now I got
an angel.
Hey,
Man,
oh.
seriously, that was
Quite literally, that was good. Jeff, do your Jay Leno.
Oh my god, is it gonna sound like Jimmy Stewart?
No, but it's so great. It sounds the same way every time, but it's so good. Come on.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jay Leno. Whoa! What about this? Did you hear about this? I heard about this. In the last 24 hours, have been an unnerving tragedy. Whoa!
That had a little more rasp than it normally does, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not good. I was just reading headlines. Headlines! Ooh, headlines.
Speaking of headlines...
Ashley Madison hack ruins lives.
Oh, God, Ashley Madison.
My wife the other day, she goes, "Something you want to tell me before
Oh!
I blows up?"
Oh, really?
No, I'm very lucky.
So did she see your account?
Alan is palling around.
I don't have an account.
Favorists.
We were talking about how bad I feel for a girl's named Ashley Madison right now.
Oh
I
God!
mean, their life is probably
Because I bet there's old people that are like Ashley Madison. What you're a whore.
Is this like
The old people probably don't even understand what it is.
Yeah.
That's a lovely name. I bet she's a nice lady.
I bet you're probably right. Oh, that Ashley Madison! Stop picking on her.
I think we're gonna.
I want to vote for Donald Trump.
We should,
Whoa.
we're gonna have to change our podcast name to "Fat Guys Talking in High Pitched Voices."
I think that might be positive.
Speak for yourself.
Heavy,
Yeah, there you go.
heavy set, go high pitched voices.
What's your favorite magazine?
Rolling Stone.
Rolling Stone? Why?
I love their in-depth articles. I think they're really good at interviewing people and like getting people to talk about things that you wouldn't normally.
Oh, yeah.
I think they always have an interesting angle to get at something in an interview, and so I always find their in-depth interviews really nice. And their reviews are great too. I love
Peter Travers.
Peter Travers
Yeah.
is probably my favorite movie reviewer out there. But I love watching, reading a bad review in Rolling Stone because they rip it. Oh, they rip it to shreds, and it's an artwork, like Roger Ebert, right?
Ebert
That's an
was the
artwork.
king, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Artwork of ripping things to shreds. But I love Rolling Stone. Entertainment Weekly I do like quite a bit actually too, but that's more like kind of pop,
a little more fluffy.
bubblegum pop like ABBA, But
Didn't Rolling Stone have this didn't they show like ripped people that were ripped apart in
Yeah, I
Syria
remember-
a few years ago, and
I
it was a
remember-
huge controversy?
I remember getting because I have a subscription to them, and
Or maybe it wasn't Syria; it was someplace in the Middle East.
Yeah, it was like where they showed heads that were ripped off people.
Like not even off necessarily, but like blown apart.
Yeah.
and like
It was-
cavities, and it was
pretty disgusting, and I was pretty offended actually because they didn't like warn it or anything. It was just like all of a sudden on one hand they're talking about Tom Cruise and like Mission Impossible, then you flip the page and it's like fucking carnage, like you wouldn't believe, and it's really kind of weird seeing that kind of stuff.
like gore.
I mean, yeah, we see it in movies, right? But
Real gore is
when you
different.
see an
than
actual
movie
dead
gore.
person, or when you see like actual violence happen in front of you, that's pretty horrific stuff.
It is. It's it's kind of, maybe it's an instinctual thing, but when you see, even if it's not like a fully like HD image, but when you see someone die on film or something, unless it's the Zapruder thing, which we're all used to, but like something shocking, it really leaves you with a chill. For instance, the footage from the Twilight Zone accident in the 80s when the helicopter crashed on the actors. Vic Morrow. I remember when I saw the video online, I felt my blood go cold, and all you saw were like it was like a dot flying up the screen and out of the shot, but you knew those were heads.
Yeah.
And I just felt weird for a month after that. It leaves you with a real goddamn it feeling.
I don't think I ever really wanted to see that video, but I ended up seeing it. And yeah, it's stuck with me years later.
Yeah, it's. And the sad thing is the movie wasn't that great.
Yeah.
There's
some good parts in it, but yeah. Well, I mean, even if it was great.
Well, even if it was great,
right.
I'm not saying it would, if it won an Oscar that it would have been better.
Yeah.
At least it won an Oscar, but.
And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if we've mentioned this or not. Alan is in the room.
Yeah, he's right here.
I'm zoned off. I'm just listening.
How about you join, man?
Yeah, why don't you join in on this podcast, Alan?
You were doing so well talking to each other. I was
Well,
making it happen.
Come on.
You know, the moment where you guys weren't bickering or, fighting, being mean to each other.
So what do you think about the Rolling Stone thing?
What do I think about Rolling Stone magazine?
Well, particularly like that issue from a few years ago, the gore.
I actually don't. I don't read Rolling Stone.
Oh, you don't know.
magazines.
You don't know. All right.
I actually don't know what you're
Well, what would you think?
If you saw that kind of disgusting.
Well, the only, I mean, it's a horrifying thing. It's like those movies where the whole like live beheadings, Middle Eastern shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
It's like that thing where you're enthralled, so you want to watch, but at the same time you know you shouldn't, and like there was always the kids in the computer room like, oh, let's watch this or whatever.
Oh my God,
Saddam
we've
Hussein.
all had that experience.
Yeah, everyone was talking about Saddam Hussein like when he was hanged, like when we were in high school.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, you should watch it. Like, I don't want to see that.
Yeah,
It's fucking gross.
Man, why is it all the kids in a computer room? I remember one time we were in a computer lab in high school, and I came up and like all these kids were watching this video, and I looked at it, and it was a guy getting like beheaded with a machete. And I remember thinking, what the fuck? And everyone was like, whoa, this is the coolest thing ever. I'm like, but the dude's head is getting sawed off. Like, you're actually watching that happen. Like, that's fucked up.
God.
Seriously.
Yeah.
You,
What is up with kids? Jesus.
you know what's weird to me? It's
So fucked up, man.
ISIS films all their beheadings like as propaganda videos to drive fear into people, and so that's what they do. And most media outlets don't do that because they don't want to play their little game.
Yeah.
But for some reason, Fox, well, we think this is important that you see the brutality of ISIS, and they show like at least once they did this. They show the footage of ISIS like chopping off the head, and you see the gentleman in ISIS. He has the knife in his hands, and they show the video.
They actually commentate it.
I don't know for sure. I didn't watch the coverage. I read about it later, but they did show it uncensored on TV. And they're playing directly into the hands of ISIS or any organization that uses terror like that. If they broadcast the terror propaganda, they're aiding it. You can talk about what happened without showing the graphic evidence of it.
Yeah, there's just shock value. People want to see that people are disgusting, and they want to continually be brought to that edge.
Ben's petting his dog.
He loves it when I pet his inner ear.
It's a little black curly dog.
It's so
In
cute.
shadows, you can never see him.
Are you explaining the dog for the?
He's stealthy. Yes, I am.
For the fake people listening.
For the listening public, we have vast audiences, Alan.
Oh yes.
Yeah, God,
Respect them.
No one is.
They're
gonna
not
listen to
fake.
this shit. No, this dog. His name is Bailey. I call him Bales for short.
Okay.
He also calls him Muffin Boo.
Muffin Boo, yeah, that's one of the names that Geoff made up for him. But Bailey got all of his lower teeth removed because of some massive decay, and he was having a lot of pain. So we removed them, which cost way too much money, but and his tongue is like slips out of his mouth because he's got no tooth to keep it in, so it just dangles there. So we always say, he can't hold his liquor. That's
not the story he told me
how
before,
come that
though.
doesn't happen to meth heads? How come they don't walk around with their...
I know.
with their tongues?
God.
Well, actually, the story Ben told me before is Bailey was late in his payment to his cocaine dealer, and he got a little bit of a curb stomping. And that's why he has tongue hangs out.
That's
he
the
has
best.
no teeth.
That's the best you could come up with.
Oh, now we're criticizing each other on the podcast.
That's the best you could come up with a fake, with a fake story. They just don't know, Billy. No.
Oh
They
my
don't
goodness.
know. You're cute little doggy. He misses his mommy.
They should have taken him with.
He's so cute.
When we go to the beach, we take our doggy,
Well, they were afraid that he would.
like a seagull.
Yeah, a seagull would come by and pick him up. Bailey, what are you doing?
So, Ben's talking to his dog. This is entertaining.
Yeah.
So, Alan. Bailey, what are you doing? You're so
Alan,
small.
talk about something that happened to you this week.
Should we talk about the dog?
Yeah.
If you're comfortable with it,
I think,
you shouldn't
let's-
exceed your comfort zone.
Let's talk about the dog.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That might get a little dark.
No, I think
if you're
it's
comfortable with getting dark, go dark.
My dog's name is Ratchet,
Mhm.
and she is dead. I know that sounds a little abrupt, but you gotta laugh about it because she lived a full life, and she was a great dog.
How old was she?
She was 12 or 13, I
Okay.
think.
Hmm.
Maybe even older. I'm trying to remember the year that Sydney got her, but she drowned in the pool, and I don't know if she had a stroke beforehand and fell in, or if she was just done. And I think that dog tried to off herself a couple times. I really do.
Are dogs suicidal?
I think people might disagree, but I think they are. I really do, because ever since the first time I met this dog, she had a look of depression. I swear to God. No.
I'm such a dick.
No,
That, that reminded me of Depression Cat.
Really, it's.
I know.
I really think so. Okay, like I'll tell the story when my wife first bought the dog. She was in the Navy. She went to Hawaii. She was stationed in Hawaii.
That's hot.
And so she went to buy a dog.
Shocker, bro.
Not a lot of people she knew around the area. So she was like, I'll get a dog. And she went to this pound, and all the dogs, when she walked up and down, were fuck you, Ben.
What?
All the dogs were kind of scraping on the glass and being all like trying to be cute, pick me.
Did you know
And then
her at this time?
No, this is before I knew her. And then she gets to the back of the pound, and there's this dog who is just not interested, curled up, in a ball.
And of course, Sydney's
Just
interested
depressed.
in this
and
stuff.
Sydney's
Right?
kind of a lot like that,
Mhm.
So she says, that's my dog, and so she's always kind of been that just Debbie Downer dog, where you just feel so like she's got,
What's
heavy.
the breed?
She's a healer pit mix is what she was.
What's a healer?
And I don't really know what a healer is. I mean, I don't know how to answer that.
And the cancer is gone! Praise Jesus! That's a healer.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that was
I
good.
can see that. Yeah, I think she said that at time.
But you're not asking for a
But healers are usually really good dogs. They are good dogs. I don't know. She was a healer pit mix, so yeah. But Ratchet was her name, but she was very, very, very sweet and very, very loved.
You dropped her off with when you went to Korea. She was with friends.
She stayed at my mother-in-law's house.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and she was there the whole time, where she became infested with fleas.
Oh,
and
Darn.
but we tried. We tried a lot. To fix her health, and we.
once she gets up to that age, it's hard.
It is hard, and at that age, we had been expecting it. We were kind of like, we knew it was coming, but we thought a more natural death.
Exactly. Yeah.
So when it threw a curveball at us, when your dog drowns in the pool, and you were the last one to see it, and you let it outside before work, you feel slightly responsible. Especially when it's so fucking hot outside. But yeah.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss, Alan.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. She was a great dog.
This
Rest
is
in
the
peace,
next
Ratchet.
thing,
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
You can't be hard on yourself about that.
No, I mean, I'm going to try not to be, but we buried her up in a nice spot, and we're going to go up there Wednesday and put some stuff on her grave.
Nice. Like at an actual cemetery, or did you just find a place out?
No, my brother-in-law has, he lives on this property owned by another couple who are very nice.
Nice.
And they have some dogs and a horse buried up there.
Oh, okay.
So there's no crosses or anything. Yeah. It's just a big field. But I found out afterward that Ratchet, when she stayed there when we were out of town or something, that she ran around in the field that she's buried in. So she's been there before.
This is Heavy Set